All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are live. At least I hope we are. For y'all that y'all in the chat room, if you can see me, give me a shout in the chat room. Let us know we are doing what we're supposed to be doing here. We see you, Devin, Haley. How you doing? All fine, Natalie. We see you as well. And of course, so let's get things started. My name is Michael Dean. This is the Prince Podcast. We're here on YouTube tonight, and we are joined by my sister, Kim
What's
Berry.
up?
How you doing?
I am doing beautiful. Look, I'm like beautiful, loved, and blessed.
There you go. Okay, say that. Yes,
Yes.
and we appreciate you coming on tonight, Kim. I saw you've been on like a serious press tour right now. I've seen you all over the place online, so you're doing your thing. So shout out to you and your team for that.
Yeah.
That's a blessing. All right, now, so
She's getting it in.
all right, we're going to get to the questions in a second, but I just want to make sure we get everything out front that we need to do. Let me say this first off. Kim, we did the interview, it must have been like a year ago, I think, almost a little over a year ago, maybe. And I want to tell you, I've seen you before, obviously, in other times, but tell you publicly that I really appreciate you and thank you for blessing us with that interview, because that's been our biggest, particularly on YouTube. That thing is like over 100-something thousand views. So it's been totally blessing, for you to be on here for us. And, I'll keep it 100 because of that. Even you coming on, that thing helped me. Even I can't show the camera right now, but this, high end camera we were able to get and make some different moves. So just from, from me as a man to you as a woman, just saying, yo, thank you for that. And, let's continue to build and do our thing. You know what I'm saying? So thank you so much.
I'm excited about everybody's lives. That's
Yeah.
one cool thing. That's why I said Prince has connected so many people, and all of us are supporting each other and making sure that each one of these projects blow up and that we get to the next level, and we all going together. We're going to see each other at the top, not from the top, at the top.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And so coming up on Celebration Weekend is coming up here in Minnesota, Chanhassen. And I know that I wanted to talk about, you have an event coming as well, aside from what Paisley Park is doing, but you have your own event that's happening. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, I'm excited. April 19th, 5 to 9. All my track 2 people are mad at me, but I'm sorry, y'all. I can't tell everybody. I can only be one place at one time.
Right.
So maybe next year I'll do track 1 and track 2. But this year we just do a track 2. So 5 to 9. It's going to be the Glam Slam party. We have a memorabilia auction. We're going to do hair and makeup, nails. There's going to be a little fashion show. We got Brother Jules, who has been one of Prince's longtime DJs for all his parties and after parties and all that good stuff. He's going to be spinning records for us. And what else is going to happen? It's going to be all kind of cool stuff. We're going to have raffles. We're going to do a auction off one of Alfonso Starr's beautiful jackets that he makes, and all that money will go to the proceeds for Rosie Games.
Okay.
Love for Rosie campaign. So I'm excited about that. It's going to be a really cool experience. Like I said, we're going to squeeze a lot of things into a little bit of time, but we are going to have a ball. Literally, my team is on deck. Everybody's on point, and it's just going to be great. We're going to have a lot of surprises there. It's going to just be a really good experience. I'm excited, and I can't wait to get everybody in the house. There's a $20 entry fee to get in. I said, then we have some VIP guests. We have some VIP guests that are coming, that are actually getting their hair done, and they're going to be my special guests. So how many people can say they got their hair done by the same person that did Prince Roger Nelson?
Okay.
So we're going to make sure that they're super extra lovable that day, and we're going to get them hooked up. And so we have Miss Donna Gregory on makeup. And it's just we got a bomb lineup. We got some people coming in that's going to help us assist that day so we can get everybody in and out. But it's just going to be a fantastic experience. Like I said, it's going to be one where you got to see it to believe it. So come on out. We're going to have a purple carpet event, and it's going to be off the chain. I can't wait. And before that, earlier that day, I'm coming to hang out with you, and we're going to do the little people organics jump off. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that with all my PRN alumni panelists that's
Yes.
gonna be on deck with us. So it's gonna be a full week of just parties and meet and greets and all kind of cool stuff. And I'm excited. Alfonso Starr, we got the poorhouse with him, and then we got bunkers the next day. Then
Mm-hmm.
we also have the Minnesota Music Cafe, so that'll be the after party after bunkers. So it's gonna be nonstop. Then we got Glukes for Dwayne Tudor and his book signing, and then we got Maite's belly dancing class, which is right up the street from there. So we're gonna be
Mm.
running all over the city, and then we coming back to Glukes to party with them with Eric and his girl. Um,
Amber.
then we
Mm.
got Yes, and then we're gonna go from there to I'm gonna be passing out flyers and tell you guys everywhere that I'm gonna be. So I want you guys to come out to all the meet and greets, and we just gonna have a fantastic time. We got brother Rodney, his
Yeah.
event at Perkins, and
Perkins.
so they gonna be partying in the parking lot because he ain't gonna be able to turn them people away. After a whole week of partying, when they get
It's
to
going.
him, ain't nobody leaving. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody leaving.
The
Yeah,
whole
so they
weekend is gonna be a lot of parking lot pimping going on for sure.
Right, absolutely, because everybody can't get in,
Right.
but we're gonna have a ball. And so I'm like I said, we got Shelby's concert, we got Liv's concert, Paisley Park is gonna be
Mm-hmm.
jumping off
Mm-hmm.
the whole 1920th and all that good stuff. So at some point we're gonna go inside and rock with Paisley Park. So it's just gonna be an electric week. I'm just excited about all the events, and I got my team strong. We coming in there live. We gonna do the damn thing. I'm excited, and it's gonna be off the hook. And I'm excited.
Amen. Kim's over there preaching, she's holding court. I love it.
That's right. So I'm
That's right.
excited about life right now. I'm
That's
excited.
right. Well, listen. So let me ask you this. So people are going to be able to get. Some people are VIPs and get their hair done. Now, listen. I don't have no nan hair, right?
Hair, okay.
But can I come over there? I think I asked you this online. Can I get my lace front Jerry curl? I need that.
Hey,
I need that
I,
easy E going.
yeah, I can do that for you, bro. I can do that for you. We can create some things. So yeah, trust me. A little glue will do it. If you can't do it, glue it.
Okay.
I can make it happen. Yes.
All right. So I come out of there with some dreads, change my voice up. I'll be on some straight Wakanda. I think we may have lost Kim. Oh, there you go.
Yep.
All right, but in all seriousness, there's a lot going on. There's something for everybody to do, and at the end of the day, it's gonna be a lot of cool people out there. So it's gonna be a lot of fellowship and a lot of love and just real, down to earth, grown folks out there. So definitely looking forward to that. Kim,
Sorry,
you good?
I'm trying to get up the screen. Okay.
That's all right. Let me ask you about the book, Diamonds and Curlz.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that book.
City near you.
What, is there like a date of when it may be coming out, approximately?
Well, I'm kind of caught up in red tape, so I can't say.
I got you.
But the book is coming. I want everybody to go to my website, www.kimb.onset.com, kimb.onset.com. And you can on there we have a newsletter that will be going out to everyone, so we'll keep everyone abreast of the book, the hair product line that's coming, Prince Inspired. Also the hairline, Kim Berry Hair Imports, is going all the way down. So like Shelby said with the music, Kim Berry is doing hashtag what Prince taught us. So it's going down. So yeah, we all of us are supporting each other's events and supporting each other's businesses and all that great stuff. So I'm just looking forward to everybody coming and being a part of my what I'm doing. So I'm excited.
All right. What was I going to ask? Oh, shout out to Shelby. That's what I was going to say. Shout out to Shelby wherever she's at, doing her thing. I'm going to jump in. There's a lot of questions on the chat, so I'm trying to keep up. I want to make sure I ask you some things. One, I see somebody says, Kim, of course, you always had Prince's hair looking sexy. Hashtag pause for me, but definitely on point. Somebody asked you, are you going to do an audio book?
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Got to do it. Yeah, got to do it. Yeah. I mean, because you want to hear the story. Not only are you going to hear it, read it, but you definitely, but to hear it from directly on another level.
All right.
Another level.
let's see. If you, somebody told you they want you to come to North Carolina.
Oh yeah, that's where my mother is from, so I'll definitely be coming through there.
Oh, okay.
That's a must.
All right.
Yep. So yeah, we're gonna take the Glam Swam to a city near you. So if you know of a hair salon you want me to come and teach classes, I am available for all of that. So please, yeah, make bookings at kimbonset.com. Hit me up, let me know. I'll come to your city. We can coordinate my team, coordinate with your team, and we can make it happen.
What?
Colleges, all that old great stuff. I'm coming. You got me? Come
Okay.
on, I'm coming.
A couple
And
questions from all Fine Natalie. Is it really all fine? I'm just messing with
hey Natalie, hey Natalie.
you. Two questions. Says, what hairstyles took the longest to create? Start with that. For Prince.
Longest to create finger waves, because he was impatient and he didn't want to sit under the dryer. He wanted the look, but he didn't want to sit under the dryer. He was a hard headed. So, what else? Nothing really. I'm telling you, other than that, because he I had his hair. His hair was in great condition, and so I could get him in and out. The problem was just making him sit down. So yeah, he was like, this would probably go a lot faster if I stayed in the chair. Yeah, just a little bit, boss, just a little bit. So yeah, it was always that type of experience. A 30 or 45-minute appointment would be stretched out for hours, but I think he just wanted to hang out with me, to tell you the truth.
Okay. Let me ask you this. There's a lot of beautiful women that come through, worked with Prince and been through that camp and things of that nature. What did you did the women's hair too that would come, band members and things of that nature? Did he ever be like, yo, Kim, I need you to do such and such hair for me? You know what I'm saying? Hook her up.
Yeah. Being on tour with him, you were on set 24/7.
Okay.
So whoever he called you for, I got so and so here. I got so and so here. Yeah, Kim Berry touched them. So if they hung around Prince, Kim Berry put their hands in their heads. Trust me, at some point, I remember it was a baby hair collection. So everybody that came around had baby hair. So yes, and so if he had highlights, everybody got highlights. So yeah,
Hilarious.
it was an interesting experience. It truly was.
All right. Somebody asked Kim, did you and Prince listen to other artists' music while you were working on his hair?
Absolutely not. Only music he listened to
No.
is
Really?
absolutely. He didn't play that. Yeah, he used to tell everybody all the time, if I want to hear new music, I'll make it. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I would hear new that he was working on, but never any other. One time we did listen to Alicia Keys, and Alicia got in trouble behind that. So you'll
Really?
read about that in the book. Yeah, so trust me, that was
Okay.
yes.
Uh,
But yeah, Prince all the time, always.
Somebody was asking about, did you like it went by so fast, but something about over conditioning his hair or something? You had to change styles so many times. Did you over treat his hair or something like that? I don't know if I'm asking the right question.
Never. No, he had a great head of hair. His hair was relaxed and colored. A lot of people were like, "Oh, he had good hair." To me, good hair is any hair on your head. So, yeah, he had. We put the good juices and berries in his head and made sure that he was fly at all times. But no, we didn't have a problem with over relaxing or over, because I made sure everything was spaced out. My 1,600 hours at Pacific Beauty College in Los Angeles, California, paid off. So yes, we stayed by the rules.
All right. Somebody asked Kim, Built for Speed 101, said, Kim, can you give a brief sample of the hair products that you used on Prince?
A plethora. We went through everything.
What about
And that's
Luster's
why
pink moisturizer?
started. No, I hate Luster's pink
I'm just
moisturizer.
playing.
So absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely not. But yes, sometimes we use this sexy hair. Sometimes all the time we use cream of nature, everything. I
Okay.
just love anything with a lot of moisture. moisture and a lot of emollients because you know with our hair having so many layers, we have to keep the hair soft. As long as you keep the hair soft, it will not break. So his hair was
Okay.
always on point because we moisture, moisture, moisture. We loved argan oil. We kept that, and so I'm going to incorporate all of these. The things that I knew that worked for him will.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Kim on that Metro PCS playing. Come on now. Just playing. But yeah, keep the questions coming. There you go.
Okay. Okay, we're going to use a scent of his that was exclusively to him and deep conditioner, go back in and shampoo the hair. And once you shampoo the hair, you know, just not scrub it up, but you just want to give it a light shampoo to take off any extra residue and then blow dry. You put your little argan oil in and blow dry it, and that hair is beautiful, bouncing, and behaving.
All right. And also too, we gotta let people know like you're still very much active in the game doing your stuff. And I understand you work with my man Cat Williams, right?
Absolutely. I've been with Cat for about 10 years. And so a lot of people didn't know that either back in from Pimp Chronicles and all kind of good things. I've been, you know, doing his hair. What is my story? Cat I can't even think of it, but one movie in particular that I worked on and did his hair with him and Lunel, Red Grant. They
Mm.
just did like a trip across the country getting to this show, and it was just dope. We just finished 2 Minutes of Fame. You know, Meet the Blacks is coming out soon, so
Okay.
he's on fire right now. Cat is traveling tour, you know, a national tour. So he's hitting 100 cities, you know, worldwide. He's getting ready to go overseas. Every show he's selling out. He's a comedic genius. He and Prince are so much alike. It's almost scary as far as work ethics, as
Mm.
far as people that he has on his team. Everything is methodical. It's thought out. It's you know, people like they want to call him all type of labels, so I'm not even gonna use them. But the boy, when I tell you he's a genius, the man is a genius. And every night he goes on stage and kill it. He is tearing up every city, and it's just a beautiful thing to see him work. And I'm just excited about what he's doing. And if he comes to your city, make sure you go get that ticket. It's worth every dollar. That man will
Okay.
have you hollering. He has Red Grant, Mark Curry, Corey Zooman Miller, Miss Jen is on tour with him. Like every comic is coming out before him is fire, and so his whole lineup they doing the damn thing. And he has Shalon Pfeiffer on there for a while. So, but every comedic person that comes out before him, Red Grant is the host of the show, and they just lighten it up. It's crazy. That was my first time. Like I said, I've done movie sets and stuff with him, but that was my first time actually being on tour with him and seeing them in their element every single day. It was amazing. And like I said, watching videotapes and getting jokes, tightening jokes up, fine tuning each other's jokes. They are off the chain. That crew was so dope to work with. Miss Lena, his Cat's manager, she runs the whole ship and she makes sure that everybody gets to the stage every night. She does the damn thing. Girl power, baby. Do your thing.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now I would imagine it's so funny to me when I look at Cat Williams, particularly when he was in the next Friday or Friday after next. He almost to me just seemed like he was like a bizarro, pimped out version of Prince or something, like even a more like because they have very similar stature. The look is a little bit the same there. Did you ever watch any comedians around Prince?
Yes, I actually was. It was Arnez J and Prince. Arnez used to be my next door neighbor, so I had to,
Okay.
put some phone numbers together and get Arnez. I told Prince, "You got to see this guy. He dives across the stages. He does all kind of stuff." And so, yeah, sure enough, we made a phone call, and Arnez opened up for us in a bunch of cities. So it was just a beautiful thing. But yeah, Prince low key was a comedian himself, so
Right.
he was always bagging on somebody's mama, or him and the brothers on the group. They did your mama jokes all day long. But it was just a fun experience, like I said, just hanging around him. But yeah, he would study joke books and all kind of good stuff. That dude was funny as all get out. He was a master pranking people. Run up behind you, you never know he was there, and he'd be standing right on your shoulder. You're like, what the hell? Like, and that tickled him pink. And just to see him laugh from his gut, like, oh my God, he would double over at, he was so dope. And like I said, that's the cool part. Those type of moments is what we're going to talk about in the book. Is, the man prince, the brother, the dad, the husband, the friend, the philanthropist. We're going to talk about those special moments that nobody knows about, unless you were there in the camp, or unless you were there. And most of the moments are just me and him. So
wow, okay.
I'm going to share a bunch of that, and I'm excited about it, and to be able to tell my story. And it's gonna be a good thing. It's gonna be a good thing. I'm excited about seeing the people and sharing, stories and ideas with everybody that I come in contact with, and just, it's all a healing process. That's what I was telling Rodney. Not only, not only did we weren't able to properly say goodbye. So all of us getting together now for 2 years later, people are still gathering in the hundreds of thousands. That's just amazing that people loved him that much. You know what I mean? And I know he knew that he was loved, because he gave that energy right back to the people. 5, 6 encores, and then go do another 2 and 3 hour after party. And, so he gave back through the music. So I said, I know when he got to heaven and stood before God, he was able to say, I left it all on the stage. Everything you gave me, I gave it back to them. That was an amazing journey.
Let me ask you a question just off of something you said. And as a fan, it's something that I wonder about. You said that he knew that people loved him. Did you ever get a sense, or did you guys ever talk or see him sort of talk about, like, maybe after a show, or maybe just like, man, the reaction to how people took to him and how much love people really had for him? Was that ever something that was spoken about, or just kind of was something you just kind of knew? Or
yeah, well, first of all, you just knew it from just, like I said, I would go to the edge of the stage every night and just, I don't know what rap song that is, but he said, I never seen one man rock so many. You know what I'm saying? Like, his pinky up in the air and wave the pinky at them, they would go nuts. If he said, put your phones in the air, okay, put your phones away. If you do this, the move. Okay, everybody move to the right. And I was like, how can one man have that much power? Like, just thousands and thousands of people, and he had them from the moment he stepped on the stage. If he didn't do anything, they would just scream and holler. If he just stood there and wriggled his eyebrows, they would scream and holler. I said, that's just amazing. So yes, he knew. Everybody like, do you think he knew? Yeah, he knew. He knew that he was special, that he was a vessel sent by God. And we spoke about that all the time. He was very spiritual, very tapped in, very tuned into his spirituality. He studied every religion in the book. The boy was a genius, literally, not only musical, spiritual, physically. The boy was dope, and he knew his work, he knew his craft, he knew everybody else's craft. Everybody that hung around him, he could do whatever you did too. So like they said, he would go in the studio and record whole albums and then come back out and teach it to the band. Like, who does that? Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, he was just a bad man all the way around. People ask me, what did he do? Did he take care of his hair when you weren't around? I was like, he knew how to use the curling irons. Yes, he did. He could work his way around the curling irons. For the most part, he would just leave his hair. When I wasn't around, he would just leave it. But when he had to, he know how to go in there and plug it up and get it cracking and make himself look presentable for the night. But yeah, because he studied everybody, so everything you did, he could do it. So I made sure everywhere we were, every city, he always had his own little setup, whatever he needed. And like I was telling Rodney, some days he would do stuff he didn't have no business. Like one day I walked out the room and he decided to shave the side of his head. I came back in, he was like, this stuff up. Tighten this up for me. I was like, oh no, like, what did you do? I said, it's like leaving a little kid alone with some matching, I'm like, oh no. So yeah, we had to turn that into a hairstyle because he just his head on the side. I said, oh Lord Jesus. So I was like, okay. My friends was like, oh, what happened? I was like, no, we're gonna put a little glitter right there. Don't worry about nothing. We're gonna make this fine. So yeah, he was always up to something, always, but he wanted to be ahead of the game. He
Mm.
tried uh, he tried every hairstyle any woman ever had. Prince had it before them. He wasn't afraid. He tried color, cuts, you name it, we did it. We did wet sets, we did finger waves, we did,
Mm.
you name it, did it. But the buckwheat braids, I hated those braids. But he was just like, I think I want braids today. I was like, oh no. I said, okay, you want me to part it off, hook you up with some nice cornrows? He was like, no. He said, just pick it up and braid it. I was like, you are not gonna make me do that. And sure enough, Steve Parks, that's the picture that he caught.
Mm-hmm.
Steve shot that picture. I think I was about 19 or 20 years old, and
Wow.
that picture is now all over the world, and people are like, "Is this you?" I'm like, "Yes, it's me." So,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, it's just beautiful, and I'm excited. Like I said, to share my story with the people. I'm excited to see all you guys again, and it's just lovely. I'm just excited. The closer it's getting, I'm just getting more bubbled over. I'm just excited.
Oh, we feel it. We love it. What was, I
Yeah.
mean, so the different hairstyles, like what was some of the inspirations? Were it things that you would come up with, or is he would see something, or how would you like, what would be inspired in terms of like, you mentioned the typhoon, but even to me, like a lot of people, that hairstyle that Haley Berry has, but I know Prince had something somewhat similar to that, but I'm just curious, like what inspired him to cut his hair to do that? Because I think when he had the typhoon thing and he had like the finger waves going down one side and thing on the other, and then it was like I think in '84 or something, his hair was cut really short. Like
Yeah.
what spawned that? What inspired that?
He didn't care. He was a maverick. He would try everything. He did everything before everybody else. If the trend was long and everybody was wearing long layers, then he said, cut my hair off short. So he would wear short.
Mm.
If the trend was short, then he would like, we growing it back out. And he's like, let me get a look. I remember one time he brought me a flower from outside and he said, can you make my hair this color? And I was like, absolutely. And so we threw the auburn highlights in his hair.
Mm.
Then he brought in like a piece of straw of a broom one day. Can you make my hair this color? So we hit him with the blonde highlights. So it
Wow.
was just it was just exciting. Like he would get inspiration from anything. It didn't even matter. And then he'd be like, what you feeling this week? So we would throw something in his hair then. He was open, he wasn't tripping ever about what he wanted, and he knew that the world was watching. Same thing with the buckwheat braids, and we'd go out to the shows, and in the front row, all the women in the front row would have buckwheat braids. I'm like, really? I said, you guys just gonna encourage this madness? So he was like, get me ribbons. And so it was so funny. This was maybe like a year ago. What's my boy Kendrick Lamar did the buckwheat
Oh,
braids with the
right,
ribbons on, and I said, yeah, imitation is the greatest form of flattery. I was
right.
like, you're welcome, Kendrick. That was
Man.
all Kim Berry. Yes.
Okay, okay. Also too, to me one of the dopest looks I like too. I mean, it's a Steve Park picture. It was the one where he has that picture in front of the the Prowler, and he got the
Oh
glasses. The way he
yeah.
did the hair, that was a cold look right there. I was like, man.
Oh yeah, he
Mhm.
was he was gangster with everything. He,
Yeah.
like I said, wasn't afraid. That's when we had the little auburn highlights in the top, and he was not afraid. He would try anything, curly, straight. Let me do it just big curls this time tonight, Kim. Okay, let me do tiny curls this time tonight, Kim. Okay, let me try this. So he was not afraid. He tried it all. He did. He wasn't afraid. He did the damn thing. It was beautiful.
All right, man. So people asking Kim, did you do the hair under the cherry moon? I don't think you did.
And I came in. That was Tanya Thompson. I came in Diamonds and Curlz in my era. I came in towards the end of Diamonds and Curlz, and so I was able to travel with Rosie Gaines
Mm.
and Tommy Barbarella and all the whole team. Tommy Bland. Mr. Bland, Michael Bland. I had to curl them little four pieces of hair up there to his head. I kept that permed and colored. And yeah. So every band member, I touched every band member, every woman that was around him, everybody who had a part of Prince had a part of Kim Berry. So yeah, it was a beautiful thing.
What's my man? He's one of the Game Boys. Is it Damon? He had the cut. It was like sideways or something. You know what I'm talking about?
You talking about the dancers?
Yeah. It's not Tony. It wasn't Kirk. It was the other dude.
Yeah, TDK. Yeah. No, Tanya took care of them. So yeah,
Oh,
that was
okay.
all Tanya work. Yeah.
That's what's up. What can you tell, and you may have done this on this show, but I mean, like, there's a lot of other women out there who want to get into doing hair. And I'm going to say, you schooled me when I first put the promo out for this. I had said hairdresser. Now, I'm ignorant. I don't know nothing much. You said, no, I'm a hairstylist. Get it right, goddamn.
Look, I'm even take it to the next level. I'm his hair architect.
There you go. Salute.
So yeah, I'm just, but a hairdresser, that's what my mama did. My mama did hair. I was like, oh, you trying to date me? Come on now. We're going to bring it on back. Bring it on back. Let me have a hairstylist word.
Yes,
that's just beautiful. But yeah, as I said, my main thing, that'll be one of the things that I'll be traveling around and teaching your up and coming artists about, because my ministry is to young women and just young artists in general on how to be a celebrity hairstylist. Basically, the bottom line, like I said, my dad used to say, success is when opportunity meets preparedness. When the opportunity presents itself, will you be prepared? So your main thing is being prepared, because I just happen to be, God placed me in the right place at the right time that this young woman quit and handed me the mantle. I had no idea that I would wind up working for one of the most iconic people in the world. But like Sugar Free say, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And so it was just a blessing. I counted all joy that my mother and father instilled these values in me and literally had me prepared and to travel the world with this man. My mother was like, take your curling irons and your hairspray and get on the plane. And literally that I left and bought clothes with a duffel bag once I got to Minnesota, and been on the road with this man ever since. It was an incredible journey. I tell everybody, it wasn't because I was the best hairstylist in the world, but it was the God in me that saw the God in him.
Okay.
And he did that around him. It was a ministry in and of itself. You know what I'm saying? And it was just beautiful. Like I said, we became family. All that, because there's some people that ain't even on a job that long, ain't in a relationship that long, ain't in most people work with Prince. They had a year, 2 years limit max, because he would piss you off so bad that you would quit. But Kim Berry learned how to bob and weave. I learned how to roll with the punches. Sometimes I got talked bad about stuff that didn't have nothing to do with me. But I knew the next day we would be laughing and joking and doing what we got to do. And my main thing was get that artist to the stage. That was the end of the day, get him to the stage.
Man, and I assume all that journey is in the book, right? Like that whole detailed breakdown taking us through. I'm just curious because sometimes I can be a chatty patty messy too. Will you see? I mean, if you can give an example, like, were you talking about, like, would it just be days where he would just be on one and like you was the target?
Absolutely, yes.
Oh, really? Okay.
So, just being human, and
sure.
and everybody who was standing close to him was gonna get it, and most of the time it was me.
Wow.
It could have been the lighting that was off, and guess what? When we go in the hair salon, Kim gonna get talked about because the lighting was off. And I'm just going. I would come out, and my mother was my rock and my prayer warrior. My girl Tamra, she prayed me through a whole lot of situations and stuff. And I mean, I had that team at the house that was praying for me constantly, that kept me strong. I appreciate and I love every one of them. Just a beautiful thing. Like I said, I don't want to start naming people because I know I'm gonna forget some people, but I just appreciate the people that I had at the house, my family that kept me prayed up, and they was the wind beneath my wings. And cause people will go, oh, if I was you, I wouldn't put up with that. And I said, but you're sitting at home on your mama's couch, right? And I'm in Switzerland. Okay, holla at your girl.
Okay. Bam.
Right. So please don't tell me what you won't put up with. Okay. So you a whole lot of things, and like I said, I knew for a fact that God had blessed me and put me in this position, and it wasn't nothing to be taken lightly. And I wouldn't trade nothing for my journey. Not a thing. It was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Were there times, and you said, your family kept you prayed up and things, were there times when you kind of was like, I don't know if I can do this anymore, or I want to quit?
Absolutely. Okay. That's what I said. If it wasn't for my truths, my real ones, man, I'm telling you, I would have left a long time ago. Just like it was funny that Tanya said, Kim, it's not what you think. And I kept saying, I think you work for the biggest entertainer in the world. She said, it's not what you think. And sure enough, I call it, to me, I call it glorified babysitting. It's glorified babysitting.
I'll
So
let you
you
say
get
that.
paid for being around celebrities, and it's what it, like I said, you have to want to do this. It has to be in your heart, it has to be in your soul, it has to be something that you want to do, because if you're not, it's not for the what they call that, the faint at heart. This job is not for the faint at heart. You better know what you want to do, you better stay focused, you better be clear, you got to have your internet presence, let people know I'm still doing photo shoots, I'm still doing music videos, I'm still doing television commercials. I just did a commercial with Solange for a clothing brand.
Oh, congratulations.
Oh yeah, I stay grinding. So that's what people are always asking me, what are you doing now? What do you mean what I'm doing now? I'm gonna do hair until I go in the grave, just like Prince did music.
Yeah.
Greg, Kim Berry will be doing hair. I was doing hair when he met me. I'm gonna do hair after it's over, and it's a beautiful thing. Like I said, working with Kat is a beautiful experience, and so many other like if you guys go to my website www.kimbeyonset.com, KIM the letter BONSET, kimbeyonset.com. You'll see all of my clients that I've had the pleasure of serving. I appreciate them. I love each and every one of them. I said, but this week coming up, that's who we're praising and glorifying, is the man, the myth, the legend, the rock star, the brother, the father, the dad, the husband, the friend, Prince Roger Nelson. So I'm excited about my life. I can't wait to get around the people and tell the stories and just love on them, because they loved Prince and they love me, like, and all the band members, just like they love him, and it's just beautiful. And I count it all joy to be a part of it. I count it all joy.
All right. I know I want to be respectful of your time, Kim. 'Cause I know you busy, but again, just to be clear, when is you said the book is coming out sometime this year? Is there opportunities now? Now, I think you said you're going to be doing pre-orders, or you reading something from the book at your event. I want to make sure we let the people know.
Give them a little something. I'm keeping some surprises under my belt,
For
but
sure.
I was doing pre-orders, but we had to stop all that. So that's why I asked everybody to go to the website and check in with me. There's going to be newsletters coming out on a regular basis, so I'll keep you abreast of what's going on. The book is coming. Don't worry yourself. The book is coming. So don't fool yourself. So delayed is not denied. God is still in control. So I'm excited about it. Like I said, we're going to take the Glam Slam tour all around the world. We're coming to a city near you. It's going to be off the hook. We're going to do great things. So if people have hair classes, all the different hair shows, bookings at kimbeyonset.com, BOOKING, booking at kimbeyonset.com. You can have me come to a city near you. I'll have my team call your team. We will coordinate it and we will make it happen. So let me know what you guys want to do. I'm excited about my life. You have not seen the last of me yet. It's going to be an exciting journey, and I want you guys to come on and be a part of it. You know, that song say, come along, come on, take a ride. Hey, so party over here that ain't no time.
I already know next week is gonna be wild. It's gonna be a good one, for sure. Wow. So Kim, I'm gonna let you go. Listen, the people, they love you. They want to continue. So when you see Kim out there, I would imagine, come with some respect, but come up and holler at Kim. If you see me out there, please say hello, introduce yourself. Again, Kim's gonna also be at our meet and greet. So if you can come through with that, it's going to be a lot of cool people there. We're just going to be breaking bread, having a good time, so definitely check that out. Kim, now I already know the book is coming because you did show me some preliminary covers stuff. So I know you've been working on this hard, and I'm excited for you for put this book out. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to let Kim go. Unless you can stay now. You tell me, because I know you got things to do now.
We can do a few more minutes.
I'm good. Well, hey. Okay, so here's go. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going straight questions. So some of them have passed me by because this thing is going. So if you got some questions right now, throw them bad boys in here. We'll try to get as much as we can. Let's see. Somebody says favorite his favorite food. Prince, did he ever joke that I don't understand what you're saying? You got to type that over now. All right. All fine. Natalie says, I will say hello to you, Michael, and correct you on how to pronounce my name. Oh, I'm sorry, sis. Okay, y'all. Oh, what's Prince's favorite food? Do you know what some of the foods he liked to eat, Kim?
Chocolate chip cookies.
Okay.
Tootsie Roll suckers. Yes, he ate a lot of junk food. He really did.
Really?
Oh yeah, he was a junk food junkie. So yeah, we would order food late at night, and that would definitely have to be on the tray. So yeah, he was a big fish eater. You know, plenty of salads, plenty of He was a green soup man. He did. They tomato soup and cheese toast. I was like, who eats that? But it was actually bomb. I was like, okay, all right. I said,
all
but
right.
I told him if I had a chef like him, I would have been a vegetarian a long time ago. Because his chefs used to put it down, made it taste like real meat. It was awesome.
Did Prince fall asleep in the chair while he was getting his hair done?
All the time, on a regular, all the time. Yes, and when he would fall asleep, I would leave him there, so because he was always running, always working, always producing, always getting another song out. So I knew once I had him in the chair, I had him locked in. So if I put him under the dryer, how long I got to sit under here? I'd be like, oh, just 10 minutes. He'd be there for an hour because he'd be knocked out sleeping. I would not bother him. So yeah, so I had to get it in. There was just some good old extra emollients going in his hair. So it was all good.
All right.
The first time he fell asleep in my hair, I kind of freaked out. I called my mother like, he went to sleep in my chair. My mother was like, it's okay. Like, he trusts you enough to go to sleep. He's resting. It's okay. I was like, oh, right. Okay, got it. Yes, got it. So, yeah, it was beautiful.
All right. People keep asking this, and I think you may address this in your book, but I'm going to ask you here. They want to know what was his favorite scents, perfumes, cologne. Many people are asking that.
I'm sure a lot of people can tell you a lot of things. During my era, we bought a lot of Kenzo. We bought a lot of... He loved Halle Berry perfume. He loved her scent. And I was like, Halle Murphy. I was like, hold on.
I was like, who was that?
Right. I was like, don't start no mess. But yeah, so that, he was into musk scents, stuff that, it was interesting. A lot of oils, things that he would put on his body that it would change once he put it on his body. So the scents would always change. So you couldn't even tell if he was wearing a woman's cologne, his body chemistry would change the scent. So it would smell like something else, but he was always the sweetest smelling man I know. I used to tell everybody, he walked down the hall, you could either smell him coming or knew that he went by you because it was just beautiful. He smelled good. It was at all times.
Some people are also asking, did Prince ever discuss what his favorite color was?
Oh Lord, okay, y'all see it every day. Y'all seen it, y'all know it. Hey, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Okay.
It was the color he put on, but y'all seen it, and I ain't debating with nobody. Y'all seen it.
Now this is a mess question right here, but I'm gonna ask it because there's listeners asking. Somebody said I even read he had his own condoms. Come on now.
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that. Like Nick Cannon, plead the fifth. Yeah.
Messy. Is there 80s, 90s glam slam swag somewhere in Paisley Park? I don't know if they mean like old school clothing or something. I would assume so.
Absolutely, yeah. Every era is inside of there. They're bringing it in little by little, and they're going to change the exhibits out so that you can see all of the things. But I don't know if they're going to sell anything. Everything now has been archived. Everything has been locked down. So nothing, not his belongings. Everything will be, like I said, brought in little by little so that the fans can see it. And enjoy it for the rest of our lives, basically. So if you don't make it to Paisley, for this week and the birthday, celebration, go at some point, make it your point to go see where the man, the myth, the legend rocked out, made some of the greatest hits that we have ever heard in our lifetime. Go see Paisley Park. If you don't do nothing else, don't you go to heaven till you go and see Paisley Park. And you want to go on the regular days anyway, because it's cheaper. But
Oh,
you
there
know,
you go. I wanted to ask you this. I may have asked you before, but what was like your favorite Prince style of all style? I mean, like from the hair to the clothes, the whole shot.
uh, man, that's like trying to name one of your favorite kids. You can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because he was so fly, and everything he put on, he was gonna put a spin on it. I loved everything about that dude. I loved everything about that dude. I loved his short. I loved his long. I hated his braids. I don't care what nobody say. So, but I made it happen. He loved them braids. I was like, "Ugh." And my friends would call me and be like, "What is going on up there?" I said, "Look here, you got to give the people what they want. You understand?" I said, but yeah, his short hair was the easiest, the most detailed. When we did the Essence cover, and Ebony,
Mm.
that was just amazing. He sat down in a chair and let me do the little waterfall curls, and I was, you could hear that hairspray and that oil crackling. He was like, "Kim, what you doing up there, Kim?" But those pictures came out amazing. Um, just like I said, the long hair with the auburn highlights. I love that. Um, uh, and I got to shoot with some of the most amazing photographers all around the world because of Prince, and it was just beautiful. Just being a part of it and being this little girl, little girl from the hood that did good, and God just blessed me to be a part of that. Walk that man's journey, and like I said, I count it all joy. I can't. There's no other words I can think or express. It was just an amazing journey, and to be able to transition with him, to grow with him. Sometimes he was the student, sometimes he was the teacher. He was open to it all, and it was just beautiful. It was a beautiful experience.
Let me ask you this as if we get ready to wrap up. Now, you have children yourself, right?
I have a daughter.
You have a daughter.
I
Okay,
have I have children, in love. There are
for sure.
9 girls together that have, my daughter has 9 sisters. No,
Okay.
it's 9 altogether. And so, yeah, so it's just, one big happy family. I love everybody, each one of them, like they came out of my womb. So I tell everybody I have 8 by love and 1 by birth. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
My daughter is at Jackson State, Mississippi. She's the business. She's a spoken word artist. She's an aspiring
Oh,
artist.
dope.
She's gonna make a big impact on the world. She is wise beyond her years, not because she belongs to me. I thank God for allowing her to come through me to this world. But
Hmm.
even Prince said back in the day when she was born, he was like, "She's gonna be something special. She's a Lotus child," and he said, "You watch out for her." He said, "Make sure she takes music lessons. She loves singing. She's an
Mm.
actress." She's her CC the lyricist. So if you guys are on the internet, look her up. CC the lyricist.
Okay.
She's super dope. And she's at Jackson State, Mississippi, 4.0, killing the game on the dean's
Oh,
list.
okay.
So she's doing the dang on thing, but I call her Sister Soldier because she's an activist. She's also a vegan.
Oh
She's
man,
just I just love that little kid. She is dope, and I can't wait to see the woman that she turns into. It's an incredible
beautiful
journey.
blessing.
Seeing
All right. I was gonna ask because was she? I would imagine she was around you, traveling
oh,
with you at times when you were doing your thing. Okay.
all over the world with us. He loves other people's kids, being around him. Um, you know, every time he's like, "Bring the kids." So Paisley Park would have kids running around at all times. So it would just be everybody's kids just in there, and you'd hear Uncle Prince, Uncle Prince, Uncle Prince. So I used to tell
Nice.
my daughter when she was little, she was like, "That's my friend. That's my friend." I kept saying, "That's not a kid, right? I know he little, but that's not a kid." But he played with them like he was just one of their friends. And
Wow.
he made everybody feel welcome, and it was just beautiful. And yeah, it was just awesome. Like I said, he loved family. We traveled, all of us went to Hawaii together. We all hung out, everybody brought the kids, Asheen and his kids. So you see Asheen's daughter,
Mm-hmm.
young, grownish. So just beautiful things have come out of Paisley Park, and it's just it's been beautiful, and many stories, many things I can share, but I want y'all to buy the book. So
For
don't,
sure.
I'm a
Oh no, we already got you. We ready. So you just let us
yeah.
know, and we'll get that. Kim, man, for real, thank you for coming on here sharing. I appreciate you so much. I love your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just when I remember when I got to meet you face to face, you're so real. And like I said, when I say you like my sister, like you are real people, and we don't get to see that a lot from a lot of people. And
Absolutely.
you put your feelings out there, and I love that. So thank you for coming on.
I appreciate you for having me. Thank you. Thank you for all the fans. Can't wait to see you. If not, like I said, I want to see you at my event, 419, 5 to 9
Yeah.
at the Chanhassen Rec Center. But if I don't, I'm definitely going to see you around Minneapolis, Paisley Park area. So
Hmm.
I'm just excited about what God is about to do in us, through us, and for us. I'm looking forward to big things.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate and love all of you guys in the chat and watching us live. Thank you so much for the questions. Thank you for sharing your time to even be with us, because I know life is busy. So again, work it like a job. I'm gonna see you next time. My name is Michael Dean. This is the Prince Podcast. We out of here. Peace.
Bye bye. Love y'all.